Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see T. Higgins. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Seahawks and the Jets, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Seattle.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Edwards-Helaire diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they're led out by their quarterback from Newport Beach, State in California, played at USC. It's Matt Barkley.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd and 15 now. Barkley, a quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Barkley. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Barkley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Barkley to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Osborne. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On 3rd down, Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Williams to return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. All the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Barkley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Barkley looking to throw.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, Cousins. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Barkley. Able to connect with Dotson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. The Seahawks at a woeful 3-12 on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Barkley. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll look to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And they'll try to throw for it with Barkley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense to their defense. Thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Barkley.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Barkley.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Barkley. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Hard throw, incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Rosa's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Williams. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles. Rams and Chart looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Barkley out of his hands quickly to Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 2. And the Seahawks
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Barkley. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd down and 7.
Cousins now from the 50. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far.
The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Barkley to throw.
And he finds Tyler Croft. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Barkley looking to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Barkley.
That's taken in by Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Barkley. Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the draw. Here's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now Barkley. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Rosa's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cousins.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
4 yards remain for second down.
Here's Cousins.
Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 4-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch. I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross the generation. No, it stopped right there.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins. Touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Cousins. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A 1st down throw for Cousins. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. A swing pass here to Edwards. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Cousins to throw it.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing. Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Now Osborne to return it. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Jets will take over.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 16, Cousins. And that is incomplete here. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Then caught by Henry.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Barkley looking to throw. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Throwing is Barkley.
And that is incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Barkley to throw. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Barkley.
This one swung out to Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Barkley. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Now Barkley.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
To throw again on second down. Barkley. Screen play set up for Williams. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
It's 3rd and 10.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Barkley. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Barkley coming across the field. He finds Dotson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good.
They'll throw on 1st down with Barkley. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Barkley. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Cousins now. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. serve it. In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing to start the drive. Barkley. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Barkley. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York set to take the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd down, Cousins. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 7. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
On 1st down, Barkley.
And his throw here is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, they moved to 9-7 on the year with one game remaining.